Welcome to the Collector's Edition unboxing of Wolfenstein: The New Order Panzerhund Edition. Once again, I have Treehouse brand stores and Bethesda to thank for sending us this pre-release copy. This is apparently the only one they had available. Supposedly it's the only one that's ever been opened, but they did open it before they sent it to me because of that, and normally this would come with a cellophane wrapper, just so those sealed game collectors know that. Since this has already been open, some of the seals internally have already been broken, but we'll still get to see what's inside. The box is made of a really sturdy chipboard material, similar to the Paddock edition of Forza 5 that they made. It has a metal latch on the front and matching metal hinges in the rear. Has a Wolfenstein logo on the bottom of the box, and another big one on the top of the box. And of course, importantly, it has a number plate on the front. It's a plastic plate, but it does have the serial number, and this is limited to 5,000 units. I noticed that the latch on this one, for some reason, was not attached. It looks like a couple of the screws had been removed. I'm not sure why. I'm sure they had a good reason to do that. The top opens like a clamshell, and the top back includes a sort of elastic material holding an envelope. And the bottom, you can see the box for the Panzer Hound figure and a Steelbook. And the material here is like a nice, it's like plastic with a velvet coating. This envelope here, I'm sorry I can't read German. Looks like there's some posters. Oh, this is a X-ray. Someone with a metal shard through their head. This is actually semi-transparent. Interesting. It's kind of an interesting addition. I'm not a fan of when things like this get folded because it tends to permanently crease it. I do like printed material though. This looks like a map of London Nautica. I'm sure a lot of these items will probably make more sense once you've played the game a bit. I'm not too familiar with the backstory for the New Order. I do know that it's an alternate reality. There's a lot of items in here. This is, usually you get 3 or 4. There's quite a few. Here's a map. I'm not entirely sure what this blank space in the bottom is for. Oh, here's a fake document. It is in German. This is kind of interesting. It's got sort of a fake tarnished edge, I guess. This is the Steelbook that comes with this. Now this edition does not come with the game, similar to other editions that Treehouse brand stores has done. I personally don't like when it doesn't come with a game, but I kind of understand why they do it. It makes it easier to make the edition because they don't have to make a different one for each version of the game. PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS4, PC, etc. And it makes shipping internationally easier because they don't have to make 6 versions of the game instead of 3. This is really cool that they did include a Steelbook because it gives you a place to actually put your game inside the edition, which is something they haven't done in the other editions, and I like that. This is supposedly exclusive. The Steelbook is exclusive to this edition. It is a G2 size, for those that care which size Steelbook it is. It looks almost like a notebook. It's got kind of like a black bar on it. no embossing. Inside it's got sort of a blueprint printed background to it, schematic, and it holds 4 discs. That's a really nice addition. Underneath that is a notebook or sorts. It's got sort of a weird binding. It's like 2 pieces of cardboard or chipboard with twine holding it together. It looks like a textured finish, but it's actually smooth. The Wolfenstein logo on the front, blank rare. Inside, it's actually got postcards in like a photo holder, so you can take the postcards out. I think this is a really nice way to do postcards. Normally you just get sort of an envelope, or not even an envelope, just loose postcards flopping around, and you don't really, you kind of shuffle through them when you first open the edition and that's it. But this is kind of a neat way to do it, I think, making it almost like its own little art book. I like that. Normally I don't like postcards, but if they're going to do postcards, that's the way to do it. Underneath the postcards we have a couple little things sitting here. You have this little envelope, and this has some patches in it. These are your typical, I don't know if, I'm not up on my patches, I don't know if these are sew on or iron on, or how to tell. It's kind of a neat addition. And this little box here has dog tags in it. This looks like the same brown twine used on the postcard book, and the tags are made of metal. They're pretty heavy. Really nice, really nicely done. And I believe the last thing in here is the actual Panzer Hound figure. So he has his own little box. I'm not entirely sure what the Panzer Hound's role is within the game itself, but in the pre-release shots of this, everyone seemed to love the figurine. Now this looks like it was originally sealed separately, but as I said, this has been opened once before. More plastic packaging. I'm not a huge fan of stereotypical toy type packaging in CEs. I usually appreciate when the packaging lends itself and kind of is built into the packaging itself. Integrated, I guess I would say. Makes it feel more special. So this is really cool. This guy is fully articulated. Even his jaw is articulated. This is a really high quality model. Supposedly it's made of vinyl and ABS, PVC and ABS. Even the bottom of the feet, they're not just flat in design, they're actually textured to make it look like he has individual claws. The tail has a few different hinges in it. I really like this model. I don't usually like models, but this one is really well done. Even the joints, inside the joints, it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but they're all paint matched, and they have embossing on them that make it look like it's part of the model and not just a a joint for the sake of making him articulated. Color me impressed with that. Overall, I feel like this is a really nice addition. For $100, doesn't come with the game. It does have a few really nice items. This guy's really nice. The Steelbook, the dog tags, the postcard art book. Once again, few items, but really high quality items, and it has a really high quality box too, which is very important, at least to me. I'd like to thank Treehouse Brand Stores and Bethesda again for sending this to us. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and I'll see you next time.